owned a house at that point. I lost my house. I lost my daughter, you know, and that's, I mean, I'm 45, so it's like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Time to clock in.
All right, so you missed this.
So you can't have them anymore.
It's incredible.
Mike sucks ass, so it's amazing to watch him.
All right, welcome back to the night shift, ladies and gentlemen. You're working late, and so are we. It's time to clock in. As you guys know, we've been traveling around the world for the past couple episodes, and this episode's gonna feel a little bit different. We're still gonna have a lot of fun, but we also need to address something very serious. As a lot of you guys know, I struggled for almost a decade with an addiction to OxyContin that then led to heroin. And on this episode, I'm gonna bring you guys to a bunch of places that make up my backstory, places that you know very well if you read my book, The Fifth Vital. Hi, Vinny. Look who it is. Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
How you been?
Good. Hi, David.
Hello.
Hi, Vinny.
It's been a while since we saw your long snout here on the night shift.
Look how skinny you are.
Dude, whenever I come back here now, everything seems so small. This is the crib. I mean, I brought you guys here before. My mom's still here. If you're a single guy and you're watching this video and you have a lot of money, get at my mom. She's on Instagram. I used to jump off the roof into the pool, and my neighbor would always rat on me, Miss McGinnis. She would call my mom. Your son's jumping off the roof into the pool again, Robin. He's gonna get hurt. You gotta tell him to fucking stop. Damn. All right. So this was me in high school with my first girlfriend. I was with her for like 5 years. But then this was another girlfriend. This is crazy because I was actually an addict for this whole time. I was 18 here. I was already doing oxys, and then this I was like 24 maybe. But this was me before any of that shit. At this point, no drugs for me. Okay, this one I was on drugs with this one. To be honest with you. The only picture I'm not so fine about is this. When are you gonna let it go, Ma?
She's so pretty.
Yeah.
And you look so bondish there. And she's so beautiful. I don't know. Find another girl.
I've gotten over it, and so has the night shift audience. So now it's time for you two too. Flush it down the fucking toilet.
Oh no.
Sometimes when I come to the house too, I like to check out my pardon request paperwork. I'm working on this heavily because right now I can't go to Canada. Criminal mischief, interfering with a 911 call, 1 year jail, threatening, reckless driving, possession of narcotics, probation violation, possession of narcotics. There's a lot of pages here. Are you sure I did all this shit? Did you read this book?
Yeah, I did. It was very good. Some parts I had to skip.
Which ones?
The ones that I lived.
What was it like living through that?
Hell. You know. Horrible. All right, I don't want to cry.
There's gonna be a lot of people that are watching this video that are either caught up themselves or family members of people caught up. Do you have anything that you want to say to those people, maybe?
Have faith and ask for help from above. I think that's what it was. I'm not gonna be good at this.
She told me that she wasn't gonna be able to do this video, so that's probably all you're gonna get on her on this topic.
That was a long haul, and man, it's not an easy thing to go through watching your kid. Not.
But what about watching your kid now?
Yeah, easy, breezy.
Oh, are we visiting your old lady?
Yes, okay. We are visiting my grandmother right now. She's 92 years old. You guys have no idea what you're about to see right now. Hey, we're just gonna stay back here because of COVID. Granny, how are you?
Oh, terrible.
Can I hug you this time?
What?
Can I give you a hug?
No.
Hey, this is George, my co-host from the
Hi.
podcast.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I wish I could hug you and you and you and you. I want to hug everybody. I haven't had a hug in maybe 2 years.
How's everything else? What have you been up to?
Everything's okay.
Granny, you ever been to a strip club?
A strip club? Oh, many years ago.
What do you think about the Democrats?
Democrat? Oh my God, it's horrible. Horrible.
I had to.
No, don't cut any of this, bro. Are they gonna cancel her?
Are you scared of being canceled?
Canceled?
Yeah.
Canceled from what?
It's the internet. They try to silence you, like make you quiet.
Nobody's here to silence me.
Now, are you holding on because you're so light you might flow with the wind? Because I need to know how you still look like a supermodel at this age.
He's so cute.
Oh, right back at you. What I want to know is how are you her offspring? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I love him. I adore him.
I love you, Granny.
My best friend in the world.
What do you think it is that this generation is doing wrong these days?
I don't believe the kids are doing anything wrong. I think it's the grown-ups that are doing all the hard.
She doesn't miss.
Do you have a next seminar coming up?
We're at a place called Dogtown. Show them the well right there. We walked in, there's 3 20 to 25-year-olds working the grill. I didn't tell them that we were here for a review, but they fucking knew. I don't know if it usually looks like this, but
this
clearly
looks amazing.
these are just the sides. They told me which one to order. They said this is just like Shake Shack because they know Shake Shack's my favorite. Double patty, cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, pickles, caramelized onions, and the special sauce.
Where's the pineapple? Well, you're just gonna end that guy's life and not bring it up again?
Let's not talk about that right now, okay? Oh, God almighty. Guys, really quickly on the squeezes, too. It's just a demonstrative purposes on the episodes of the night shift. Don't squeeze your burgers. It lets all the juices out. Giant insect.
What the? It's a stink bug.
Oh, it's in the purse. It
No,
exploded.
it's over there.
Yep,
3,
yep,
2, 1. It is a
Dealer.
beauty.
Holy shit.
They do the really soft potato buns. They charred these burgers really nice. Everything about this burger is fucking incredible right now.
The cheese melt is insane.
I'm so proud of Connecticut right now. George, you gotta have one buffalo top.
I'm doing this for you.
I brought him to Mystique Strip Club in Bridgeport last night, but when we got there, what were they doing to people at the door?
Pretend like you're trying to get into the club. Hey, you want to see some ass tonight, huh, buddy? Well, buddy, too bad we're in the worst fucking neighborhood to ever exist. Who does that?
It was bad.
Usually it's, hey, grab a mint, don't tell your wife.
It was
That's
bad.
what we usually get.
It was bad.
Gang member style pat downs.
Through metal detectors, I thought I was at the TSA.
So I go,
what the fuck's happening?
so they go, we're not going there. So I brought them to Keepers.
You know what? Keep them. We don't want them. You know what? I'm not kidding. We were walking out, and this is, by the way, this is his first strip club. That's the only reason I went.
Worst experience of my life.
We walked out. It's the
Worst
first time the
experience
guy looked me in the eyes and he goes, "I'm sorry." And I was like,
Burger's incredible. It is 1,000% up there with Shake Shack, Five Guys, those kind of places. The sides are amazing. This has got cheese, banana peppers. What are these, Mom? These are, dude, look at that. Good Lord, bro. Dogtown, Milford, Connecticut, my hometown. The sides thrown into the mix. I'm gonna give it an 8.8. Now let's go back to the strip club.
absolutely not.
All right, so right now we are behind the Milford, Connecticut Public Library. This is where I grew up playing t-ball. 7, 8, 9 years old. I had no idea what was coming around the bend for me. And I'm joined here right now also with Stephen Dixon from Shatterproof.
So Shatterproof is a national nonprofit organization dedicated to reversing the addiction crisis in the U.S. 2018, over 50,000 Americans died from overdoses. In 2019, over 70,000 Americans died from overdoses. In 2020, over 93,000 Americans died from overdoses.
I've buried so many of my friends, you know, from this city, kids I grew up playing t-ball with on this field. And I get a call, you know, at least once a month of somebody that died of a fentanyl overdose.
There's so many things that people can do. They can start by changing the way they talk about addiction and substance use disorder in general. So by changing the way we talk about addiction as a nation, folks can feel empowered to get the help they need.
For a lot of people who don't have someone near and dear to them and don't understand what it's like to be a family member or a friend or a brother or a sister or a mother of somebody who struggled through addiction, please start to pay attention to what we're talking about today and change the way that you talk about people that are suffering from this disease, because honestly it could hit anybody. It could hit, you know, your closest relatives or people that you don't even know, and it's important that we start to treat people with the respect that they need, and people that are suffering and working to get out of this. Right now we are driving on I-95 from Milford to a city called Brantford to meet with a woman who's currently in a sober home. Her name's Jessica. She's got just about 9 months in recovery. She's 45 years old, but she's still struggling quite a bit financially to stay in the sober home. It's not always easy for a person in early recovery to pay for that kind of stuff. She thinks that I'm coming out there just to talk to her about addiction. What she doesn't know is that we're about to have an opportunity to really help her out financially. Hey Jess, go ahead. Do you do hugs?
Yeah, of course. I'm a hugger.
I'm excited to sit and hear a little bit about your story. So we've just been talking to people about the opiate epidemic, about addiction, about recovery, and I'm a guy that comes from that space myself. So I was addicted to opiates, to heroin. I was on methadone for a long time. Before we go further at all, I do want to say thank you so much for having the courage to share your story. I can't even tell you how many people you'll probably help just by being a part of this video.
My struggle's been long. I'm 45. I've been struggling with addiction since my late teens, early 20s.
What's like the toughest thing that you've had to endure?
I relapsed after 10 years. When I got sober in my early 20s, I had surgery, got on opiates. I also am addicted to opiates, heroin, crack. After the 10 years that I was sober, I picked up, and within 6 months, I owned a house at that point. I lost my house. I lost my daughter, custody of my daughter, and I ended up on the streets with my dealers. And I ran the streets for 4 years.
What are you finding that's like driving you through this current streak of recovery, and like how are things going for you right now?
I love the house. I feel safe. It's my home, and it's been a long time since I felt safe. What's driving me is I'm tired of this. I'm tired of surviving, and I want to live a life. I have dreams, and you know, and I'm getting older, you know, and that's, I mean, I'm 45, so it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Is
there anything in your like active recovery, current recovery, that you're having trouble with now?
One thing that's like a tear in my heart. My daughter, we haven't seen each other in, it would be 8 years now. That's a pain that doesn't go away. It's every day. You know, I text her, I tell her I'm here when you're ready, and I'm hoping, you know, through this and through me continuing my sobriety, I can have a relationship with her one day. That's a pain that I have to deal with every day. And sometimes, and I can tell you when I had relapsed before, that was something that really, that shame and that guilt brought me down so fast. So I'm really working on, like, it's not time. She'll come to me if I stay sober and do the right thing, and I am gonna stay sober and do the right thing. Not if, I am. We'll have a relationship one day.
I know I told you and Karen that, you know, I was coming here today just to kind of have a chat with you,
yeah.
and that's definitely a part of it. But one of the things that I remember about my early recovery was a lot of strain financially.
Oh yeah.
And I remember it just being tough just to get food or get, you know, a place to stay and stuff like that. So you probably don't know who they are, but I've been working lately with this brand, Wizza. It's an online company that is going to do a lot of work in giving back to the community. And so I think this is a surprise to you, but I'm honestly here not just to talk to you today, but I'm here to help you.
You are?
Yeah. And so you do really, yeah. I know that Karen brought you in here on at first on a 1-month scholarship, and that you've been paying month to month here, and I'm sure that's a strain on you with all the things that you'd like to do. So I'm gonna pay Karen today, and you're gonna be here for the next year without paying anything else. Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh. That is such a gift.
On top of that, I know that one thing that always warmed me up and made me so happy in my recovery, and like even right now, is the idea of helping other addicts and other people in recovery. And so I'm gonna be giving Karen $10,000 that you're gonna have the ability to sponsor another addict in recovery, or two, or however many, and bring them into the housing. I want to do something for the house as well, so I'm gonna give you another $5,000 for the house. So if you want to get like if you want to get like TVs or like any kind of new stuff for the house, you can do that as well.
Mike, that's amazing. That is awesome. Thank you so much.
I remember what it's like to be in early recovery, and it's tough, and I had a 400 credit score, and I couldn't get a car, and like,
me too.
You know, I was just hoping that I could find somebody that would like help with those things when you start to really show promise of recovery. So I'm so happy for you, and I'm proud of you, and I love that you like being here, and I'm happy that you get to stay and keep it going. Just keep it going.
I will.
Just keep it going.
What is it? This is amazing.
All right, so that was awesome. Obviously, Jessica's a super sweet person. She's working her ass off in her recovery, and it's great to be able to take a little bit of more stress off her plate so she can focus on the things that really matter. Also, I do want to say one more time, thank you so much to Wizza for helping put together today's video, for kicking back to a good cause and taking care of someone in the addiction community. And obviously, it was awesome to get back to my hometown for this video, back to the house. But I do want to say this, very importantly, to anyone who's watching this video today that's still struggling, still dealing with addiction, dealing with those traumas, those demons. Keep fighting, keep going, keep seeing that light at the end of the tunnel, because I promise you, if you stay focused on what matters, it does get better. Honestly, I've said it before, us addicts are some of the strongest people in the world. If you have what it takes to get up every single day and battle that beast, then you have something inside of you. You are a warrior, and it's just a matter of time until you get it right. So please take care of yourselves out there and focus on what matters. I'm gonna drop a link and a phone number in the description of this video, so if you're looking for a way to get help in your addiction or for a way to help, you can find that in the description. And yeah, that's it for a little bit of a different kind of night shift episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for working late with us. We are clocking out. Peace. But I knew I had something, and let me tell you this. If you've made it through addiction or mental illness, you have something. Because a lot of people don't. If you are still kicking today, battling those demons, you have something, because a lot of people didn't wake up today because they couldn't make it. They couldn't cut it, and you fucking did. So you have something, but you might not know what it is.